everything that's going to be shown here is going to end up at some point being on my Instagram, so if you want to go check that out, my tag is mbailey, so go check it out. I'll leave it linked down below as well. Also, I have been a Sephora partner for about 3 months now, so they give me a gift card a month and I get to explore some options at Sephora, and right now I've been doing a lot of skincare, so that's what I want to talk about first because it is really interesting. If you didn't know, Sephora has their own makeup line, but they also sell Sephora Collection skincare, and something that is new for them is they made a lot of their makeup and skincare collection clean. So they have that green Clean at Sephora seal that you'll see a lot of other clean skincare and makeup brands have there as well. So let me show you everything that I've gotten from Sephora, and everything in here was gifted. I did not pay a penny for any of this. So the first thing I picked up was the Sephora Watermelon Face Mask. I've used a bunch of these face masks before, but never, clean version of their skincare is new to their website. This one is 95% natural, if that's curious for any of you. So people who maybe have more sensitive skin or they want to watch the type of ingredients they're putting on their face, check out the Clean at Sephora skincare line. They have a lot of options. So I also picked up, with that mask, I ended up picking up the Clean Sephora Grapefruit Gentle Exfoliating Wipes. So I'm going to end up trying these out. My biggest issue with like wipes and face masks is the amount of trash that you're using. You know, it takes a long time for these to break down in a landfill, which is my biggest issue with using something like this. So I almost wish Sephora would come out with like a clean version of like a makeup remover and like a microfiber cloth that's considered clean. I don't know if that's even a possibility, but I would like something like this as an exfoliating wipe, or even like a makeup remover wipe that isn't a lot of trash. And the same with like a mask. If you could have like a reusable mask and then just continually buy the serum that you would dunk in the mask, and then that's what you can use, so you're not throwing away the packet and then the actual mask that's inside it. But I have not tried either of those yet. Obviously the mask isn't open in either of these, so when I do end up testing it out and trying it, it'll end up getting posted on my Instagram. I don't know if I'll end up posting it here on YouTube, maybe if I feel like it. But yeah, I've tried the non-clean version of these before, and I want to say it was their like charcoal wipes, and they were nice. I liked them from what I can remember. It's just a normal skincare remover and cleanser cloth, so I'm gonna give these a try. I don't know if these are actually makeup remover wipes. Let's see. It just says that they cleanse and exfoliate the skin, gently removes impurities and dead skin cells, so it might not necessarily be good for makeup removal, but like if you're traveling and you don't want to take a bunch of glass bottles or a bunch of face wash, this might be a good option to use instead, more travel friendly. I have a couple more in here. I have 6 Sephora products that I'm supposed to be testing out, so I just used my first one of these today. It's the Sephora Purify and Exfoliate AHA pads. So there's the jar, and they just look like normal like peel pads that you'll find. How many are in here? 60 pads. So if you use one a day, it should last you 2 months. If you use one day and night, it'll last you 1 month. I'm a huge fan of peel pads. They always seem to work well for my skin, so I tend to continually purchase these. So I really wanted to see how these compared to some other favorites that I've tried throughout the years. Also picked up the Sephora Hyaluronic Acid Brightening Eye Cream. It's the Hydrate and Puff. This is the little box. I actually just used this today. It's a really nice thinner consistency. Works well under makeup. There's no pilling, so, and the smell is actually really nice, really, really light, like a barely there scent. So I really enjoy that, and I needed a new eye cream, so I figured I'd try this one out. But so far I'm liking it. Also picked up the Sephora Clean Skin Gel Cleanse and Tone Face, Eyes, and Neck. It's 99% natural, and that's what he looks like. I guess there's aloe vera in it. It's derived from a natural amino acid from beet molasses, that which is known to maintain skin hydration. Yeah. So it's just a nice, clean version of a face wash. And it's a good size. It's 4.22 ounces, so it'll last you a while. And I want to say it was only like $10 at Sephora. So if this is a good one and it doesn't dry my skin out, I probably would repurchase this, because there are a ton out there, especially at Sephora, that are a higher price. So if you can get a clean version and it's, you know, a cheaper price, it's always a good option. And this I used a couple days ago. I really love it, and I've always loved these, but I'm so happy they made their clean version of them. It's the Sephora Lip Balms. So I got the coconut one. They have others. They have like a cherry or a pomegranate. This one's just clear. I think the other ones might have a slight tint, and they also have like the scrub versions as well. I've always purchased the scrubs, but I really love that the balms and the scrubs now come in a clean version as well. So this one is 90% clean, and it's the coconut lip balm, and it smells good. It smells like coconuts. Oh, I love it. It's a good, nice, smooth, hearty texture of a lip balm. I just like it. So another thing that they originally had in their collection that they had made clean. And they have a whole list. So if you look up, you know, Sephora collection, anything you see that has the green seal at the bottom, that's their clean versions of their makeup and their skincare. I also found this, and I'm a little sad that I don't like it. I've only used it once. It's the Sephora by Avasol SPF 30 Tinted Mineral Sunscreen, and I got it in the shade Light. On its own, without anything else, yes, it works fine. It's a little oily, but that never seemed to bother me. The reason why it is so oily is one of the top ingredients in here is coconut oil. And a lot of people have issues with coconut oil because it can clog your pores and potentially break you out even further. And we all know when you apply SPF and when you're ready to take it off at the end of the day, or whenever you want to take it off, you need to take it off well, because it can break you out. So having an SPF plus the coconut oil on top of it is like a double whammy if you're not going to wash your face that well, or you forget, or whatever the reason may be. And it makes me sad because it's a cheaper mineral sunscreen that I found, and it's reef friendly too, and it has the Clean at Sephora seal right on it. But the reason why I don't like it is the smell. Oh my god, I wish this wasn't scented. This smells so strong. It's like, it smells like you walked into a Yankee Candle store and they just hit you at the door as you're walking in. I mean, it's just like overwhelming. Like, you know how when people would go into like Abercrombie and Fitch or Hollister, and the second you walk through those doors, or you even just walk past the building, you just overwhelmingly choking on the cologne that they spray through the store. That's what this is. It it chokes you out. It chokes you out. And I feel so bad saying that because the scent is so strong. It smells like the Yankee Candle stores. And if you don't mind that scent, that's great. It has rosemary leaf extract in it and cinnamon bark oil. So the combination of the rosemary and the cinnamon is just so strong, and not like a good, oh, I could burn this nice fall scented candle all day in my house. No, it doesn't go away. It stays on your skin, the smell of it. And I got one that's a little too light, but that's okay. I usually have been putting it underneath makeup, so I'm putting a foundation or a light BB cream on top of it anyways. But you can see it has a shine because of the oil, and dude, it's so strong. It is such a strong smell. I really hope if they end up sticking with this company, like if Sephora and Avasol still end up working with each other, I hope there's a way that they can take out the scent of it, because it's too much and it lingers. I had put it on yesterday before putting a full face of makeup on, and I could smell it underneath my foundation, my powder, everything for about an hour, and then the smell finally started going away. So if you're not big on like strong scents, you're not going to like this. And even if you love scents, because I don't mind a scent in my skincare, it never bugs me, but this is too much. So I don't know if I would repurchase this again. The only way I would is if they took whatever makes this smell out. Then I would continually purchase this, because I don't mind the coconut oil in it. I don't mind all the oils. I like a dewy, oily looking face most of the time, so yeah. But that's a little disappointing. I don't know if I'm gonna return it. I'll probably just end up using it up, because the scent goes away after a while, but it's strong, and if you're not used to it, you're not gonna like it at all. And then, so yeah, that's my thoughts on that. And I feel bad because Avasol, I looked them up on Instagram, and they're not a big company, so I feel really bad because I was so excited to try that out specifically. But okay, last product from Sephora. Again, I got this for free. It is the Patrick Ta Major Headlines Double Take Cream and Powder Blush, and I got it in the shade She's So LA. This kept going out of stock, and I didn't think I would even get a chance to purchase it because it wouldn't come back in stock for the longest time. And then all of a sudden, she's back. Oh my god, I'm so happy I got the shade, because this is the shade I wanted so bad. So yeah, there's the cream and the powder. So I'll kind of do one of these guys. There's the powder. There's the cream. So yeah. Yep, it is my baby. I've used it a couple times already. I love it. I love it. So pretty. It's the perfect summer and fall blush tone. I have it on today, actually, if you're curious what I'm wearing. I have it on as my blush. I put the powder down first, and then I put the cream on top. The bronzer I'm wearing is the Kosas The Sun Show. I have it in shade medium. But yeah, it's the blush I have on my face today. So if you do get a chance to get these, I think they are like beginner proof too, because the formula is very sheer and it's easy to blend. So these are a good powder and cream to test out, especially if you're nervous with specific formulas. This is a good one. I do recommend it. Sample of the Super Goop Unseen Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 40. So if I do end up returning that Sephora one, I might get this guy instead if I like it. And then they just sent me a tab of the YSL Tatouage Velvet Cream liquid lipsticks. I have this shade already, the red one. yeah, I have the shade 201 already. It's so pretty, so I'm excited to try a couple other shades, and if I like them, I more than likely will repurchase this formula again because I really love this. It's so good. It's a little expensive, but it's good. I ended up getting this Caudalie kit. It's the Vino Pure Pore Perfecting Starter Kit. I got their Purifying Gel Cleanser, the Purifying Toner, the Skin Perfecting Serum, and the Skin Perfecting Mattifying Fluid. The cleanser's great. I think if you have both dry, normal, and oily skin, this will work great for you. I have normal skin, and it does not dry my skin out at all, which is a necessity for me. I hate having like tight, dry feeling skin, so I love that. The toner isn't necessarily for me. It definitely does some pore refining and pore shrinking. I don't have oily skin, so I wouldn't recommend this for someone who doesn't have combination or oily skin. Same with the serum. I've just been using it as a spot serum for like pimples and acne, but again, I wouldn't put it all over my face because it's not what I need for my skin. I don't have oily skin. And then the cream, it's called a mattifying fluid. It's a moisturizer. I don't need this type of moisturizer for my skin. I like really dewy, really hydrating, like a lot of products have hyaluronic acid in it. This is mattifying, and I think this I will keep with my primers because it really does help, you know, mattify your T-zone. So I think it'd be great for underneath makeup, but for an all-over moisturizer for me, I don't need it. But I do think if you have combination skin or you have oily skin, this will be an amazing product for you. Oh, I also got this from Octoly. They gifted it to me to test out for you guys and to share my thoughts and what I think about it. And I do think it's a great kit. They have it on their website for $29, so I think that's a great deal for all 4 of these products to see what works best for you instead of, you know, buying the full-size version of every single one. So yeah. I also received from Octoly, this is brand new, it's available at Sephora. It's the Dr. Dennis Gross, what do they call it? The Hyaluronic Marine Melt Away Cleanser. So, I've already used this a couple times and I actually really love it. I'll show you what it looks like. So what it claims to do is be able to clean dirt, impurities, and makeup off your skin without using water and without using a double cleanse step. And they recommend you use it with the microfiber cloth that it comes with. And I've already used this, so it's a little dirty, but I do love the microfiber cloth. It's better than most. And I have already used this cleanser, and I do think if you're in a pinch, this will work great on its own without water. I do recommend using it with a cloth so that you can really wipe off the makeup, but it does take everything off. I had a full face of makeup. It took off my liquid lipstick, it took off my crazy eye makeup, I had a big black wing liner, it took it all off. Like I said, great if you're in a pinch and you don't want to double cleanse. I still recommend double cleansing just to get any excess, you know, gunk or whatever else could be left on your face, but it doesn't leave a film on your face like cleansing balms can do regularly. So that's why I think this would be great for traveling over a cleansing balm, because you always will end up needing to double cleanse. You don't want to leave any of that film on your face. This is hypoallergenic and it's a little bit more of a gentle formula too. So this is good. It's really good, and I think they have 2 sizes if I'm not mistaken. This is the larger size, but yeah, whenever I go traveling, I'm probably gonna end up bringing this with me because I like it that much. It's really nice. And like I said, I got it from Octoly to test out for all of you and to share my thoughts. So those are my thoughts. I'm gonna talk about a few of the things that I bought this month. It's not a lot. I mean, it's really not a lot at all, excuse me. The first thing that I bought was the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. I just got another shade. I had the shade Amber and I wanted to pick up a more like clear shade, so I got the shade Pearl, and it's so pretty. It's a totally clear gloss, but it has like these little glitters throughout it, and I love it. It's so pretty, and it smells good, and it feels good on the lips. 10 out of 10 recommend, and it's a drugstore price, so yeah. Also picked up the Covergirl Clean Fresh Cream Blush in the shade 370 Butterflies. This is a really beautiful shade. I think it's going to be great for the fall time. I definitely can see myself using it more in the fall. It has like a sheen to it, so when you rub it in, it's almost sheeny, which I actually enjoy because a lot of my blushes don't have a sheen to them. So it definitely looks a little bit more natural on the skin. It has a tendency, depending on what you're pairing with it, that it'll lift up the foundation underneath when you're putting it on top. I like it more for like a no foundation or like a tinted BB cream type of foundation is what I like to pair it with the most. But I do like the shade, and I'm curious to pick up other shades. Like they have this like guava papaya bright red type of color that I'd love to pick up. But this one I thought it'd be nice for the fall time. Also, fall related, shocker, I picked up 2 colors of nail polish. It is the Estee Expressy Quick Dry Nail Colors. So I picked up these 2 shades. I just thought they were really cute, and they were totally like ready for fall. I'm so excited to put these on. This one is in the shade Taxi Hopping, and then this one is the shade Precious Cargo Go. So yeah, I just love greens. I love yellowy greens, and I think they're gonna be perfect for the fall. I love greens in the fall. I love yellows in the fall and oranges. So I think this is a perfect little duo to have. One more thing from Octoly. They sent, Becca Cosmetics sent me their new at Sephora, the Light Gleam Primer and Topper Liquid Eyeshadow. This is the box. I got the shade Refract. I wanted something that was a little bit more unique to my collection. I almost picked up the green version they have. So this is the shade Refract. It's this pretty like gray blue, denim blue color, and then this gorgeous pink and blue shimmer duochrome shade. And the duochrome, there's no base to it. So it's, okay, so this is the shade up close in the light, so you can see it's like a pretty sheen. And then this is the blue shade. This is the base, or the primer base that they call it. It's just like I said, a really pretty like gray blue shade. I like it. It's definitely unique to my collection. I don't have anything in this color realm, and I also don't have anything in this color realm in a liquid form. So I do love these. It looks beautiful in the eyes. I don't find this shade patchy in particular, but I know a couple other people who reviewed this, it said theirs is patchy. I haven't found mine patchy, and mine builds up really well too. I think it's definitely geared towards someone who doesn't want to put a lot of time in their makeup, or doesn't have a lot of time, or just doesn't care enough to do like full cut crease and crap. So I think this is geared more towards the like low maintenance girl who still wants to look put together. So yeah, I love it. And I like Becca. Becca's such a good brand. They always come out with unique stuff, and I feel bad because everyone knows them for like their highlights, and they have so much more to offer other than their highlights. So I'm glad to see they're putting out a more unique product, you know? So yeah, that's that. I got from Influencer one more thing, and then I have like a whole package that I received. I received the Estee Lauder New Advanced Night Repair Synchronized Multi-Recovery Complex. I guess they came out with a new formula, and I just got a sample size. So yeah, I know this is like a cult favorite. I don't know if it's gonna, there we go. So I know this is a cult favorite for a lot of people. I've never tried the original formula, so I don't know how this new formula compares to the original. I do have to say, I like the formula. I think it works well. It works very well underneath makeup, specifically. It says you can use it both AM and PM. I just used it in the morning. I believe there's hyaluronic acid or something in it. It's, what's the right word to use for this? It's not dewy, it's not oily, it's almost tacky. Like it takes a long time to sink into the skin, and I don't think I necessarily need something that has like so much concentration of like hydration in it. But if you have extremely dry skin, or you're an older, you're of older age, I do think this would be extremely beneficial for you, and I do think you would see a difference in your skin throughout the day. I can't attest to how it works over time, because they only sent me this little itty bitty sample size, and it's supposed to last like 2 weeks, and 2 weeks isn't enough to give a good review on one product. I need more time. I need at least a month. Lastly is all the stuff that I received from the brand Makeup Revolution, or Revolution Makeup. They sent me an entire PR box full of stuff, full of not only makeup but skincare. So if you didn't know, Revolution Makeup has a skincare line, and you can find it on their website. I think Boots has it. If you go on their Instagram, it'll show you like Revolution Skincare, where they all sell it at, but you can get it at Ulta Beauty. So here in the States, that's a big one for all of us. And should I start with the skincare and then go into the makeup that I got? I think I'll do that. So they sent me over, like I said, a huge box, but they sent me over the Revolution Sika cream. Sika is supposed to be really good at calming your skin, so I was really curious how this would work, especially like when I go and I like sit outside with my son at the pool, how it would help my skin if I got just a little bit more sun than I was expecting. But it's green, and if you didn't know, Sika is a green color. Has no scent, which is ideal in skincare products. It's calming. It's a calming, soothing moisture cream. But I've just been using it like as is, as I need it. I'm sure you can use it every day and you'd be fine, but I do like it a lot. I haven't used anything else that has Sika in it. This is my first one, and so far I really like it. They also sent me over 4 boxes of serums. So he sent me the 15% niacinamide serum. The other niacinamide serum that I have in my collection right now is from Good Molecules, so I might stop using that and start using this and see if I see a difference in my skin, whether it worsens or gets better. I'll have to look at the ingredients too and see how much they differ, but the second ingredient on here is niacinamide, so I would assume it's pretty good. It's supposed to improve moisture in your skin. So now I'll show you the glass bottles. They're just like little dropper bottles. So if you've seen like Good Molecules, they have a lot of their serums, or almost all of their serums, in dropper form. That's how these are too. So yeah, so that's what they look like. So thank you, Revolution Beauty, because I big skincare buff. I love testing out new skincare, seeing what's good for you and what works and what doesn't. They also sent over the 2% hyaluronic acid, which I've already been using. It reminds me a lot of the Estee Lauder one that I was talking about. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the Estee Lauder has hyaluronic acid in it. This is also has that same consistency. I like it. I just don't think my skin needs it in the morning. I think this is something that maybe I'll end up having to use at night. Same with the Estee Lauder, because it's too much underneath like a full face of makeup. But yeah, it also has that dropper version as well. Then they sent over the 0.5% retinol with Rosehip Seed Oil. So So I'll show you guys this, because this I have not tried yet. I have a retinol that I've been using. I want to say it's a 4.5% retinol that I've been using from Sobel Skin RX. You can find that one on Sephora. But I didn't want to use like a second retinol product because I felt like that would be too much for my skin. So I haven't used it yet, but it looks pretty oily to me. Oh yeah, that's real oily. So I'll have to test it out. I'll probably end up using it at night and seeing how it works. I'm just gonna have to stop using my Sobel Skin retinol cream because I don't want to put too much on my skin. If you use too much, it can have a negative effect. But the one thing I do want to say with retinol, anything that you have that has retinol in it, make sure to pair it with something extremely hydrating or like a hyaluronic acid. So I would recommend, if you do want to try this, pair it with the hyaluronic acid and then use this every other day and trade it in and out with the niacinamide. So one day use this, the next day use this, then the third day use this, the fourth day use this. So you're like spacing it out because you don't want to get like peely skin, etc., etc. It's good for fine lines and to condition your skin. The last thing they sent me from the skincare line that they have is the 12.5% vitamin C super strength formula. Vitamin C is to help radiate your radiance and strength of your skin. This got loose in transit and it leaked a lot. So you can see in my box how dark it turned, and when your cream turns that dark, it's lost most of its vitamin C effectiveness. So I think this just ended up getting too much oxygen in the formula because it's not like that like white color that it should be. When I pump it out, it's already yellow. So I can't say that I'd be getting the full percentage of this formula. It's definitely not going to work as best as it would if it didn't break or if it wasn't exposed to oxygen through transit. So that's a little disappointing because I really wanted to see how this compared, because vitamin C is really expensive and the Revolution Beauty line is meant to be more affordable compared to other brands out there. So I really wanted to see how this worked for my skin, and I don't have that option now because it was already exposed to air. So maybe I'll just go out and I'll buy another one that wasn't broken, that's already sealed, etc. Because this got totally, I mean, you can see like in my box how much fell out, and I wiped the entire bottle down. Like the entire bottle was covered in the cream. So it's a little bit of a disappointment, and I can't say how it works because I've only used it once or twice, and obviously you need a couple weeks to before you should be able to see a difference or not. So that's it for the skincare. Everything else they sent me is makeup, and I'm really excited because I've genuinely never tried anything from Revolution Beauty. So they sent me 2 eyeshadow palettes. This one, which is the Reloaded 3.0, it kind of reminds me of like the Naked 3. I can get it open, it'd be great. Yeah, so it reminds me a similar color story to like the Naked 3 palette, which I've never used. Actually, correction, I've never owned, but I have used it, and I think I like the shimmers in this formula more than those, which is sad because this is a lot cheaper. But the shimmers are really nice. I do think they're comparable to like the ColourPop single shadows. So here's just a couple shimmers, and then I'll put a matte down too. So there's that. So yeah, that's the Revolution makeup. Reloaded Iconic 3.0 palette. Love the dusty pinks. They're good for all day wear. And then they also sent me this guy, which is the Revolution Forever Flawless palette, Allure. I love these pink and reds, neutral colors. This is a really similar color story to the Huda Beauty New Nudes. And I'm sure that's what they were trying to represent, mostly because they have these specific shimmers that have those little white flecks through them, which are really similar to Huda Beauty's. Again, I think this is a better formula than Morphe. Hands down, it's a better formula than Morphe. I do think the shimmer formula is equivalent, if not maybe a little bit better than ColourPop Single Shadows, which is surprising. At least they're older versions. I haven't tried any new ones recently. But yeah. That's the matte. The matte doesn't really swipe the best. I think I might have had a little bit of cream on my hands. But they blend well on the eyes. So you can see that is that like one that had the light flecks in it, and that was just a normal shimmer that was in the palette, but they're really good. They blend well, they look beautiful on the eyes. I'm really happy I got this palette because this is like an everyday palette for me. I would probably use this for travel regularly, and it's like a nice red, pinky color story, and the packaging is cute. It's metal too, so yeah. They also sent me a bunch of shades in their new, this is their new line. It's the Revolution Conceal and Define. Now the Conceal and Define line has been around for a couple years, but this is the Infinite line. It's their long wear concealer, grease proof, 16-hour wear. They just sent me a couple different shades. I like this a lot. I'm wearing it underneath my eyes today. It's beautiful. I think it does need set. Not that it's not crease proof, but it's a little bit more hydrating than like a Tarte Shape Tape, but I do think it's like full coverage like you'd get from Tarte Shape Tape, so I do recommend these. I like these. They also sent me the Luxury Baking Powder in the shade Banana. I also used this today. It's beautiful. It's so smooth under the eyes, and I'm a sucker for a banana powder just because I love that yellow pigment. My skin is so yellow that I need an even more yellow like powder pigment. This is the Super Flick eyeliner. I've tested this out a couple times. I do like it. It's really dark. Pretty cheap too. You can find it on Ulta Beauty like I stated. The only thing with this is it dries down in a way where it's like really tight, like so matte tight, which doesn't bother me, but it might bother other people. It doesn't crack, which is a bonus, and it's like jet black. It's also a felt tip liner if anyone was curious. These two things I have not tried yet. They sent over the mascara, the Mascara Revolution. I guess that's what it's called. I'll show you. So yeah, they sent over the mascara. I didn't open it yet because I have 3 opened already and I want to finish them. And then they sent over the Revolution Makeup. It's a lipstick shade in the shade Ruby. And it's just a really pretty, like true red color. And it's, look at the little lipstick that's on it. Isn't that cute? I don't know if you can see it. There we go. Now you can see it. Yeah, so it's just like a true red. I used it once. It's a good lipstick, so if you want like a couple unique or bolder colors, check out the line if you want. I wouldn't see why you would buy a more expensive version over that, unless you're like a hoarder like me and you like everything. Alright, 2 more things they sent me. They sent me the Molten Body Glow. This is so pretty. Let's see if I can put it on my shoulder. Be fancy. It is super shimmery, but it dries down, which is real nice. And it doesn't transfer once it's dry. It just leaves a nice, pretty sheen to the skin. The best part of this, oh, it smells so good. It smells fantastic. Yeah, it's their Face and Body Liquid Illuminator in Glow. What shade did I get? It's like a champagne-y color. It's like a light girl champagne skin color shade. But it's pretty and it smells good and it doesn't transfer. And I have leather seats in my car and it does not transfer on my leather seats. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Also, this one I've only used once, so I can't say how well it works yet, but I will continually be using it. I also have it on my face today. It is the Revolution Beauty Conceal and Define Infinite Mattifying Longwear Makeup Fixing Spray. It has 16-hour wear proof. So I'll be using this over the next few days when I have a full face of makeup to see how this holds up. This is cool. And I think if this works well, it's going to be a repurchase for me, especially living down in North Carolina now. It's so hot. It's so humid. So you sweat a lot. I don't want my face melting off. I don't want my face melting off. So I might end up repurchasing this if I like it a lot. So yeah, that's everything I got from Revolution Beauty. I can't thank them enough. That was so generous. And I can't wait to continue telling you guys how well the products work for me. So just keep up with me on Instagram. Maybe I'll make a dedicated video at some time. So if I do, you'll see it on here. That's it. Also, I had forgotten another thing that I had purchased myself, but it's not expensive. I think it was like $4.99 or $5.99. It's the Essence Makeup Lipstick. It's in there. This is Nude Collection. I got it in the shade 05 Legendary. Just such a good nude shade in general. But I looked at it and I'm like, that's a really good fall nude shade. It's like a little bit cool toned, but still deep. So yeah, that's everything. I'm all done. That's it. That's everything I've received in PR and the few items that I've actually purchased myself. If you end up finding this video and you have questions on anything, just leave it below. I will try and answer them the best I can. Like I said, I'm really active on Instagram, so all the stuff that you've just seen in this video throughout trying them, they'll end up over there on Instagram, so check me out over there. That's where I'm really active, because I don't post regularly on here. I don't have the time. I got a 4-year-old, he's crazy, and I can't make dedicated time schedule, especially around him. He needs all the attention all day long. So yeah, just let me know if you have questions, leave them down below. I hope this video was interesting to you. I just figured I'd hop on and share stuff because those companies were so graciously willing to send me product to try, and I'm more than willing to talk about them to all of you. So yeah, thanks you guys. See you later. Bye.